Good day, everyone. Before we start, we have a disclosure. You have to be aware of risk in the future trading. Please stop the video and read the disclosure. Today was a really weird day, not much moving. Before we start, I'd like to show you some of what happened today. For the ones who don't know the system here, we have three different automated trading on the market analyzer. It's a full automated ATM and an ATM strategy. You can see what is the ES entry signal. As an example, here we have buy, entry price 33.75, target 44.50, and then on the pullback re-entry we have 26.36.50. From the last entry signal, it's not the whole day, it's from the last entry signal. There is a 16 ticks, and as an example, NASDAQ from the entry signal is 66.85.25, target 67.16.75. There is 63 ticks from the last entry signal. So those here today, we are running a fully automated. That the difference between a fully automated and an ATM. On the ATM, you can move, as an example, your trailing stop, target, you can move them. But the minute right now the bar close, you will see that the target goes back because we are running a full automated trade and we're not using an ATM. But for the traders, have an option that you can use the same entry signal and then you can use the ATM. But before we start on this, right now we're done for today. Right now, from the last entry signal, we have 163 ticks, and this is based on 1 minute and one contract only on the market analyzer. But on the auto trade, you can use 1 or 2 or 4 or 6 or 5, whatever contracts you want to use. But the market analyzer is always based on 1 minute. The same thing, same story for FOREX. Is 1 minute with a mini account, 10K. Right now we have 51 pips, and also you can use it on the stock, future, and Forex. So before we start on those here on the control panel, we are using the swing trading. We will cover the swing trading. But let me show you some like an institutional time frame. Let me take this timer out of the way. And really what has started, let me go back a little bit. This is an institutional numbers actually. As you see, when we hit the, okay, you're not going to see the crosshair right now. We hit the, let me change it. It started at 26.53.75. You can see from here we have the signal at 63.75. This is a different system, confirmed by a lot of level resistance here. We hit it exactly on the ES to the 26.12. Then it came into that level all day long, and it's been struggling on that number, the 26.39.25. And as you see, it's been really flat. And then a little drop we had exactly to our number, the trailing stop. The trailing stop is based on fib lines, confirming with a fib line and a symmetry. And what we are expecting tomorrow, actually, if we are fixing to break that level, 42.75, we are expecting this ES to hit the 63.50 tomorrow, Friday. And So now the whole game is waiting on the 43 level. If we don't, then we are going to be, if this market not able to break those level, the 43 level tomorrow, then we are looking for another volatility day tomorrow. So the key right here on the ES is the 2643. Once we break up the 43 level, we are looking on a potential for 263 level tomorrow. So this is what we are expecting for tomorrow. Right now, as you see from the auto trade, we have 33.75, and the entry is 33.75, target 44.50, and this is exactly where the target 44.50. Um, once also, it all depends on if we are going to break that level. I don't know if we will tomorrow, but we will find out tomorrow. Uh, Nasdaq, Nasdaq is doing extremely fine. Also, our target right now, but it's too late. 1675, and the YM is also based on 1 minute chart, and we have the target at 24,553. So this is what happening today. So right now we are closing on the last signal at 186 ticks based on one contract, and last entry signal, not the whole day. Those here also, they need to be flattened out. Those are the swing trading. Let me cover some of the swing trading, please. We're gonna be covering. This is the 3 minutes just finished. We did 1 and 2 trade, 1300 on the ES, and here is your 1 minute. We also closed at 960, and it was really nice run from 52.63 to 52.27, and we were done much very early today, and that was nice because when the market started this morning was moving, then died out immediately. On the 5 minutes, we still on one trade, and actually that trade, can you, if you see how slow this market is, this last trade was from 1020 and is still on the same trade from 1020 52.67. And look at this, this is really from 12 o'clock until now, there is nothing on the CL moving, and this is how bad this market is really a little bit. It's not in a perfect condition since after New Year Eve. The market could be. I cannot. I don't want to go and start analyzing, but last year was much better, and so we're waiting for some kind of movement in the market, and we are waiting on the market to kick in. Actually, has not kicked in really like last year. On the ES was not any movement actually, guys, and the 1 minute was struggling all day long, and finally we got lucky by a couple nice smooth trade when the market is trending, but finally around 15:19 we closed the 1 minute, and this is swing trading. Really should have been much more, but that's all what we could have got on the 1 minute. Let me see. The 5 minutes also has been struggling. The 5 minutes, and this is the last day, but the last trade. But it's too late for anything anymore. On the 244, we got lucky with this one today, and we were done by 9:51. Early start and exit, 3 trade. That was very nice and smooth. And then on the 288, also we were struggling all day long, one winning trade, one losing trade, until we hit the 600. And for swing trading, really, that tell you how this market is pretty flat in a way. It looked like we're gonna about to hit the targets on the YM, Nasdaq, and ES. Nothing holding this market, just a little resistance here. Let's look at the Nasdaq. This is the 5 minutes, but it's been in and out of the market. And actually, today the Nasdaq and the YM did not take that much trade on the 5 minutes. But then on the 244, it did take a few, but you can see how struggling was until you get to just 500. And look, also on the 150 ticks, it was a struggle, but then finally, the minute this is also struggling, and market, and then at the end when the market moved, we are already hit it. So the problem is today, even on the swing trading, the market was taking a losing trade and then make a winning trade, taking a winning trade, then losing trade, and has nothing to do with your system, but the way this market, how we showed you today. And the ES is the best indicator in the house where can indicate how the overall the market, because nevertheless the ES is the 500 company, presented the 500 company. So this is a big mess even for 15 minutes a chart. You can see how flat this market is, and a little movement we got, we took advantage of it. But from that areas here, at the moment, if you don't have the right tools, you're going to be whacked in this market. You have to be very careful how to approach this market. You cannot just close your eye and hoping is you're going to hit um, your rock with it. The DAX we never have a problem with the DAX. It's not because we like the DAX, but the DAX move a lot, and I will cover the DAX the minute we see if this market about. Let's look at the DAX. Now, there is something plus and minus about the DAX. I mean, for the US market, of course, you can start at 9 o'clock, and we start at 9 o'clock. Scalping, we can use them around 7, 8 o'clock morning Eastern time. And on the DAX, there is a plus and minus in it. If you really want to catch a real good trend on it, you have to start around 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. So no matter how bad the market is slow, like the ES, like what we have showed you, always the DAX move. And what I like about it, that it does not take that many trades to achieve your target for today. You need to just wait a little bit for the DAX to start kicking in the first 10 minutes, and then 10, 10, 15 minutes, and then no matter what you do, little movement, and then it's done. So I'm not crazy about the DAX, but uh, for the guys have responsibility, like we do. We don't have the luxury to say sit down all day long and not being disturbed. So for the DAX, it's an easy, and then you need to have a management to say enough is enough, because DAX, if you keep trading it, you're gonna probably wind up like you are sitting on a poker table. And that's why I love the DAX. Easy, fast, and you are out of the game as soon as possible. The more you're staying in the market, the more it's like you're sitting in Las Vegas. The more you are sitting on a table, your chance is gonna wind up losing everything at the end of the day. So that's why I like the DAX around 4, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning, Eastern time. It is perfect. I don't know if I want to trade the DAX during the US session, but as you see, one trade you're done, where we have seen today on the ES that you're going to sit down all day long, uh, like a day like today. The ES was struggling, and then you're going to be taking a trade in and out in order to achieve 500 or 600 on a bad day like today when the market is flat, where it require on the DAX one good trade and you're done. So if this is the whole idea, it doesn't matter what is the numbers. Normally we have much higher numbers on the DAX, like 1500, 25, 3500. Fine, fair enough. But as you see, one trade and it was done. If we look, this one was the 1 minute. If we look at the 244, it's the same story. One split trade and then we are done. Got it done for today. Gain your access to. This is one trade, 625. And the 288, okay, made 3,300. Big deal. Because today the 288 takes made 3,300, and it could be tomorrow the 244 make the 3,300, and then the 288 takes probably is gonna close around 600, 700. Doesn't matter. What I like about it, 1, 2, 3, and it is done. I'm not crazy about the DAX, but the DAX, you have to keep your eyes open. It's a very fast market, expensive market, but the return is amazing. And the less you are in the market, so let's put it this way: if you are trading 2, 3 contracts on the ES every time you go into the market, the probability that you will be gaining 10 times more if you take one DAX equal to 4 ES. So I don't know, but for a guy, it's not fast enough. His hands do not react with his eyes. Yes, then you need to stay on the ES because it's a much slower market, and then you can take your time and trying to digest what's going on in the market. Also, on the minus side with the ES become automated, institutional. And right now, if you don't have the proper tools, the proper auto trade can define the 1 minute and can expose the 1 minute, and then the 3 minutes and the 5 minutes, and then the institutional time frame doesn't matter. So if you cannot, if you don't have the eye for it on the ES, because it become all algorithm automatic, and then you're gonna get in trouble. So if we see here, this is what they are looking at. They're not looking at your rank bar. They're not looking at your ticks. They're not looking at your range. That's what they are looking at. So in order for you to see how is this market moving, you don't need to look at it from your Renko eyes. You need to look at it what they are looking, those market movers. You have to go up to them. They're not going to go down to you. So this is where what they are looking at right there. There is a trouble in heaven here. There is trouble here. This is the keys. Those the keys we rely on to make decision. Sooner or later, doing the um, when a trader get the experience, he will snap out of those rank bar. The rank bars are good for reversals, but from the technical point of view, if you cannot look at 15 minutes chart, then you are in trouble. You have no clue how is this market moving. You have no clue. And especially if you want to auto trade, as an example, um, I mean, if you were aware how this market in this area here today, then you will not get frustrated over your auto trade. Does not matter where it comes from. Of course, there is a disaster auto trades and there is a good auto trades everywhere. But if you have missed that area here and you dived in with a lousy auto trade, you're going to be in trouble financially. That it is blowing accounts right there, and it could be, and especially if a guy have a small amount of money, could be losing 15, 20%. This is a very serious business. Sadly, when you trying to put things as perspective, people brush you off, and this is very sad. Well, uh, you know, that's how life it is. Nothing we can do. So I'm not going to be covering anymore. I just will go very uh, uh, fast with the scalping. Uh, most of them hit the target, but some of them did not. And also, there is a CL here. And what is funny, if we see also the scalping has been struggling today, even on the scalping. As you see, this is very funny. Right now, just closed the last trade on the 30-year Treasury bond, and this is the last 500 on the Treasury bond. If we look, this is six, they're all on a daily target, 500, the swing trading and the scalping. Also, the scalping today, they were struggling. It was really struggle, and it took a lot of trade. Let's look to some of them. Let's take the CL. If we look, I mean, also the last trade was around 11 o'clock, I think. Yes, it was around 11 o'clock. A lot of losing trade, a lot of winning trade, and then losing trade and winning trade. You can see how struggling the market is, and non-stop. Every time you make a trade, you lose one more time. So it is a struggling market, folks, and please be careful for tomorrow. And my expectation, I mean, now overnight, nothing gonna happen, not unless if the news, there is some major news. But my expectation on that ES overnight is gonna keep staying between the 32, 33 level. Any sell out, which will be holding around 26, 26.75 overnight. And I'm expecting tomorrow, and put down this number for you, the 42.50, it will be the major breakout. But for tomorrow, if this ES is staying between 42.50 and the 26.75, this mean the market is going to be very bad with the volatility, and is every time you will be taking a trade, the market is going to turn around on you. We need to see some breakout from those area here, and actually the ES right now stuck in between those level here, the 43 level and the 29 all the way down to 26. This is the max. But overnight, what we are looking at 33.25 and 32.50. This is where overnight probably is going to be flooring with those numbers. So we need to see this breakout tomorrow. So anything, if this market dropped below the those number here, around 26, 26.75, we are looking for a major sale out. So I doubt it if it's going to happen tomorrow. I think it's going to stay between those two, 33.25, 32.25, around those area here. and probably we will be breaking out tomorrow the 43, and the target for tomorrow Friday is 63 level. It is 2663.50. I hope this can help you with tomorrow trading, and I wish you the best. And please keep your eye open and be a little bit more conservative during this hard time at the moment. God bless you all and see you all another day. Bye for now.